The day before our wedding, my boyfriend of 8 years broke up with me. I sat alone on the 6th floor windowsill, lamenting fate's cruelty, ready to say goodbye to the world. The wail of fire trucks came from below. I squinted down, among the crowd, the most handsome firefighter, huh? Isn't that my new boyfriend? Damn man, wrong timing, what were you doing before? I sat on the sill, mourning my lost youth, regretting my true heart, took one last look at the ground, holy shit, so high. So I started chanting about the world's beauty and my hard-working parents. I couldn't let the petty triumph. But some kind soul called 119 for me. I really wanted to say, thanks, but I don't want to jump now. Yet when a squad of handsome firefighters arrived, I saw the air cushion nearly 2 stories high, swallowed hard. If I don't jump now, isn't that wasting resources? If earlier was impulse, I swear now I'm stuck between a rock and a hard place. The fire chief earnestly advised me, "Miss, share what's upsetting you, we can help." I said I'm missing a boyfriend, okay? But that was too blunt, so I pulled out that lamenting vibe again, crying my heart out while keeping them from rushing me. Then the chief slapped his thigh, "Stop crying, our team's full of singles, I'll set you up." See, how smooth. I couldn't help glancing again at the firefighter I'd eyed earlier, so handsome, in his uniform, the allure maxed out. I wiped my tears and pointed at him. "Him okay?" The chief looked at who I pointed at, then at me, said okay. The chief moved to help me, but I backed off, wanting that guy to come, almost fell backward. Luckily, a hand grabbed me, pulling me into someone's arms, faint soap scent, not harsh or unpleasant. Looked up, it was the firefighter I'd picked up close, even hotter than before. I'd heard firefighters train hard, get dark skin, but he was fair, with sharp features, a bit of a bossy vibe. Once I steadied, he let go and warned, "Careful." That voice was so soft, my heart raced, and I forgot my 8-year boyfriend. That was crap. Others get lost and cops send them home. I get a firefighter escort, mainly because I'm thick-skinned, claimed it was on my way to hang with Yonko longer. Played coy the whole ride, barely chatted with him, just probed the chief, thinking long-term, get inside first. But just as I got off the truck, the alarm rang, and they ditched me for a call. I spat, which bastard ruined my fun, didn't even get his WeChat. Totally forgot how I'd just messed with Yonko's crew. Good thing I'm thick-skinned, just wait, but my friend's relentless calls dragged me home. Glanced fire station, wait sis get you. Friend trip husband overtime, dropped 4-year-old black rice my home. I media person edit movies relaxed. Accident, while turn, black rice head stuck railing door, tried no help. Took door off, warlike necklace thought opportunity dialed 119. Rescue came proud, Captain Lou sorry. He used pliers said no trouble. After door off, watched TV saw them out captain asked, how Yonko? Good careful worthy. Then saw Yonko downstairs holding water watching me. If heard, ran took water gave Lou, no water Yonko bought. Everyone drank left when saw off wished not come down. Yonko teased left minute. Asked WeChat said ad later said, you said place not near fire station why far? Water captain let by. Walked back waited night no ad. Next day black rice gone sat dazed why no ad? Muddled week movie messy data downed I'm love brain miss Yonko. Bought small locked toe dialed 119 but no Yonko. Week later locked bedroom key thrown still no Yonko. Captain Lou saw that I hesitated to speak, and finally said a sentence before leaving, you, although these are our duties, you can't always be so careless. If Yonko finds out, he won't be at ease during the competition, you know. I could only send them off with guilt, and then quietly wait for Yonko to return from the competition. Sigh, even if I have a thick skin, I don't dare to trouble them anymore. I hope they return safely from every call. Another week passed, and someone named Never Forget the Original Intention added me, with a green forest avatar. I opened it up and saw the note said Yonko. I immediately dropped the half-edited movie and ran to the bed to chat. Before I could type, the other side sent a message, I was away on a competition recently, my phone was handed in. Sorry for contacting you only now. I quickly sent a moving gif of shaking my head wildly saying no problem. Tomorrow I can have a compensatory day off, want to go out together? Sure. Where to meet tomorrow, 8:30, I'll wait for you downstairs at your place. The next day, as soon as I finished my makeup, I saw Yongku downstairs, in marten boots and cargo pants, and in this summer, he didn't seem hot at all. I happily ran over, but before I could greet him, I heard him say, "You're late." Is it necessary to be so particular about being late when asking a girl out? Whatever, I'll accommodate who I like. I had booked movie tickets in the morning for the just-released Heroes in Fire. I was deeply absorbed, moved to tears. Turning to look at him, I saw his expression calm, as if unmoved inside. He turned to look at me too, handed me a tissue. "Don't cry, it's just based on a true story." I didn't know what the real story was like, so I asked curiously, was the movie exaggerated? He coughed awkwardly. "The real story is more exaggerated." I had planned to find resonance through the movie, but it seemed to have the opposite effect. So I watched several more films about firefighters and edited and posted them, and my fans teased me. "Yo, the blogger has a firefighter boyfriend, all firefighter themes. TSK, the sour smell of love." Even watching movie commentary, I get fed dog food. Only a few said, "Is this promoting firefighters?" Because I had 3 days off, the next day I decided not to be late again. So I went downstairs early to wait. At 8:25, Yongku arrived on time downstairs. He held a bouquet of flowers and carried a plastic bag. At that moment, I was squatting on the flower bed, looking at him against the morning light, feeling somewhat unreal. Yongku came over, first handed me the bag, which contained the milk tea I hadn't gotten to drink yesterday. Quite thoughtful. I thanked him, then saw him hand over the flowers. "Sorry for saying you were late yesterday. I'm a firefighter, never been in a relationship, I only know that time is life. On the fire ground, even a minute or a second of delay could cause irreversible loss." I took the flower before he spoke, sniffed the purple hyacinth fragrance while drinking milk tea. After hearing his words, my straw-sucking paused. I didn't expect him to apologize for this. Actually, I wasn't angry at all, and was even afraid he might be upset with me for being late. I turned to look at him. "Actually, I was late. Won't happen next time. It's okay. I shouldn't bring work emotions into dating. Waiting for my girlfriend is only right." I just heard my heart pounding. I thought it'd take a lot of effort to win Yongku over. After all, chasing Soo-jun took immense effort. But here, with Yongku, I'm already his girlfriend. When did we become boyfriend and girlfriend? I regretted asking immediately. I couldn't wait to be his girlfriend, so why ask such a stupid question? He already had a domineering CEO face, and now with that cool expression, it seemed like he was angry. "Don't want to be my girlfriend? Then I'll start chasing you now?" I poked my cup with the straw. "I do. Just want to know when you started seeing me as your girlfriend." "The first time I saw you, when you pointed at me and said, 'Is he okay?'" My heart burst into laughter. I quietly stepped down from the flower bed. "Today let's go to the amusement park. Rare that you have a day off." Just then I finished my milk tea. Before I could throw it away, he grabbed it and tossed it. Honestly, my heart fell again. A detail-oriented guy, who can resist that? At the amusement park, I enjoyed unprecedented treatment. Yongku queued to buy tickets, then called me in only after buying. Meanwhile, I was kept waiting in the shade. I couldn't help thinking of my ex-boyfriend. Truly, no comparison, no hurt. It was Saturday, so there were quite a few people. We queued shoulder to shoulder in front of the roller coaster. Maybe feeling too bored, Yongku started looking around, even stepped out of line, occasionally taking photos with his phone. I curiously looked over. It seemed he was either snapping the support beams of a scenic spot, the roof of a facility, or many fire hydrants. Could this be an occupational hazard? I apologized to the person behind me, said be back soon, and ran over to Yang. Just as I arrived, he was photographing a fire hydrant, muttering, insufficient air pressure. Yang, what are you doing? He looked at a wooden pillar without turning around. Oh, checking the wood, seeing if fire prevention is up to standard. Seems he was too absorbed, didn't even realize why we came. Who are you here with? Girlfriend. Then, as if snapping out of it, he turned to me, awkwardly scratched his head. Sorry, work habit. While queuing, I started observing the surroundings, checking out the fire safety measures. He looked like a boss, but his actions were rigid and a bit goofy. I took his hand. If I hold your hand, you won't wander off. So we went back to our spot in line. When our turn came, I screamed like a dog on the ride, while he sat calmly until the end. Aside from his slightly messy hair, he really wasn't affected. Maybe it was because I was staring at him that made him uncomfortable, so he said softly, "Cough, I'm used to it. Next time, I'll teach you how to handle the rope." After a full round of the amusement park, my throat was hoarse from shouting, but Yang still looked fresh and clean. So I decided to find a restaurant to recharge. Inside the barbecue place, it wasn't mealtime yet, so there were few people. We found a small booth to sit in. I was so tired I slumped onto the table, while Yang sat upright across from me. Dishes were brought out one by one. Yang grilled and put food on my plate, then glanced at his phone. I can't be with you tomorrow. Someone in the team needs an early leave, so I have to go back on duty. Okay, sure. In the future, I might not be able to be with you often, and sometimes I might not even be able to answer your calls right away. I wrapped a piece of pork belly in lettuce, dipped it in sauce, and handed it to his mouth. I understand serving the people means you're not your own boss. As a firefighter's girlfriend, I should have that awareness. He bit into the lettuce wrap from my hand, his lips brushing my fingers, and said somewhat indistinctly, "Thanks, times understands." I didn't catch those two words clearly, and I didn't ask. When we left the restaurant, people were starting to flood in to eat. It wasn't too far from my place, so we walked back together. Finally, we dawdled until we reached my building. Yang stopped me as I was about to go upstairs and pressed me against the wall. You, can I kiss you? Why ask, just go for it. Seeing I didn't respond, he pulled his head back a bit. Since we don't get much time together, I have to skip a lot of steps and take the path others take. Am I rushing too much? Just as he was about to take his hand off the wall, I stood on tiptoe, wrapped my arms around his neck, and kissed him. Yang is 179 centimeters, I'm 160 centimeters, standing on tiptoe was just right. I tasted his lips, still flavored with barbecue, and waited for time to slowly pass. When I got home, I was still too shy to snap out of it. It wasn't our first kiss, but thinking about it made my heart race. Then my phone buzzed, and I saw it was a message from Yang. Back at the station, then another, "I still have a task here, might end late. Get some rest early." A wave of disappointment hit me, but I could only drag myself up to do editing, more today meant less tomorrow. It wasn't until 2 in the morning that I got another message from Yang. "You're probably asleep by now. I'm back and about to rest. We can chat tomorrow." I wanted to reply and talk for a bit, but then I thought about how he might have a mission tomorrow and wouldn't get enough rest, so I just tidied up and went to sleep, not even daring to say goodnight. The next day, I bought several boxes of milk tea and drove to Yang's fire station. Just as I unloaded one box from the trunk, the guard on duty stopped me. "Ma'am, parking is not allowed in front of the fire station." "Oh, I'm here to deliver milk tea. I'll leave as soon as I unload." "Thank you very much, but we don't accept items from the public. Please take your things and move your car away from the station entrance." If I say I'm family, would that embarrass Yang? While I was hesitating, a soldier returning to duty in civilian clothes recognized me. "Sister-in-law, you're here to see Brother Yang, right?" I turned to look at him. He was a firefighter who had been on missions with Yongku before. We'd met a few times but weren't close. I brought you guys some milk tea, but I parked in the wrong spot. When the guard heard I was family, he offered to help unload. The three of us quickly moved the milk tea to the duty room, and I parked the car in the fire station's parking spot. Yongku came over when he heard the news, and his fellow brothers also joked, "Thanks, sister-in-law." After sending everyone off, Yongku led me inside. He was wearing a blue training uniform, which made his waist look even slimmer. I couldn't help but touch him from behind, but he caught my hand and quickly let go. "Yu, there are many leaders in the station. We still need to be a bit careful." Then he looked around and lowered his voice, "If you want to touch, I'll take it off next time and let you." "That's too inappropriate. Doesn't match your image. The brothers say women like this kind of talk. Do you like it?" I patted his shoulder. "How can you discuss this with them privately?" He clenched his fist and coughed lightly against his lips. "I didn't say anything. I just listened to them. I'm a bit secretly flirtatious." I couldn't help but laugh. First time I've heard someone seriously call themselves secretly flirtatious. When we reached their temporary guest room, Yongku was called away. I idly scrolled through videos looking for material. Soon Yongku returned, holding a stack of A4 paper. "Yu, the station wants to promote fire safety on our official account. You work in self-media, can you help? Can I see your plan and requirements?" Although I do self-media, it's not exactly the same as video editing. Editing movies is relatively simpler for me. I took the paper and skimmed through it. The requirements were to promote fire safety knowledge and spread positive energy. A rough storyline came to mind. Editing wouldn't be a problem after watching some tutorials, but filming was a bit lacking. After hesitating for a long time, I finally sent a message to Sujun, whom I hadn't contacted in ages. "I'm not bothering you. I just need your help with a filming job. For old time's sake, help me out." The other side showed typing several times but no message came through. Finally, after a long while, he replied, "Okay. No bothering. For old time's sake, I'll help you. After this, let's go our separate ways. Don't contact me again." I turned my phone screen black. Although I really hadn't thought about contacting him again and wanted to truly say goodbye to the past, I never expected 8 years of feelings to only result in one favor. In just over an hour, Sujun arrived with his equipment and his filming team. Although Sujun mainly shoots covers for celebrities now, he originally studied photography. 3 cameramen started filming 3 episodes simultaneously, and everything went smoothly. After the shoot, Sujun called me aside. Yongku followed behind, hiding from me. I didn't know at the time, only found out later. Sujun wore a white shirt on top and casual pants below, his posture straight, a synonym for handsome. No wonder I chased him for 2 years when I was 16 and then dated him for 8. He leaned against a gate pillar, lit a cigarette, and smoked with a hint of melancholy. I casually sat down by a flower bed. "Xiao Yu, we've known each other for 13 years, been together for 8. If there's no love, there's still family feeling. So I hope you'll keep your word and stop contacting me from now on." "Sujun, you said it yourself, so many years of feelings. You don't really think such a simple thing can— Xiao Yu, you're messing with me again." Sujun angrily threw away the half-smoked cigarette. I stood up, stamped out the still burning butt, then turned to look at him. "You taught me photography. From now on, we really go our separate ways, bridges and roads apart." "Oh? For that firefighter, I saw you two exchanging glances during the shoot. Xiao Yu, I really look down on you, always the one chasing. He's different from you." I walked a few steps back the way I came, then stopped and said, "Watch where you throw your cigarette butts from now on. After all, my boyfriend is busy. Dealing with unnecessary fires would make me worry." Ignoring Sujun's furious expression, I headed toward Yongku and the others. Arriving at the playground where we'd just shot, I saw Yang had already changed into his firefighting gear, the one he wears for missions. Taking the milk tea he handed me, I sipped through the straw and asked curiously, "Changed clothes? Going on a mission?" "No, I suddenly thought of recording a regular training video, so I changed. Waiting for your friend to come over so we can shoot." I stirred the toppings in my milk tea, suddenly regretting the ugly scene I'd just made with that jerk. What if it made things hard for Yang later? "How about I try shooting for you?" "He doesn't know when he'll come over." Yang patted my head. "You can't shoot it, and I can't let you next time, maybe." Then he looked up past me. "Your friend's here, I'll go shoot with him first. You sit here and rest. Tonight, I'll take some leave and take you out for good food." "Alright, I'll sit here and edit a bit, so we can see the final product sooner." I sat on the rubber ground, took out my laptop, and started working, occasionally glancing up at their shooting spot, the training ground. I saw Yang say something to Sujun, who seemed a bit troubled. They talked a while longer, then Yang started running, pretty fast. Then it was one moment flipping on the horizontal bar, next crossing a single plank bridge, then climbing over a wall, then crawling. On Sujun's side, to keep up with Yang's speed and find a good shooting angle, he was also sprinting, going up and down. After 2 laps, he was bent over, exhausted like a dog, panting heavily. As for Yang, he still stood straight, patted Sujun's back, saying something I couldn't hear. "My view mock Shujuan no stamina." I gulp smile, start compute serious. Shujuan scared, left no goodbye. Yang dress change take me out, only then I know Shujuan left. Yang I go Western restaurant. Their fire brigade food good, but no Western food. Enter restaurant, order food. I hold cup, hesitate long, tell Yang Shujuan ID. "That guy film you and, Shujuan, my ex." Yang nod light, say "Jealous or not care? Extra shoot your idea or team?" "Mine." This jealousy, recall Shujuan tired dog. I chuckle, boyfriend cute. Finish meal, Yang pay, hold hand walk out. He glance watch, leave take already favor almost return time. I call taxi you back, I go team. I reluctant tug his hand. This month together few times, short. He hold me, kiss hair, many people, no intimate things. Wait my leave, I accompany you. I reluctant lean taxi window, watch him far, groundless tears. Return home, open computer edit see day footage, no delete 1 frame. Make 2 version, 1 hand team, 1 save folder, later watch submit video. Fire brigade hire clerk make video, I return old life, only go brigade drop snacks and drinks. Later get Yonka text, neighbor province forest fire, we support. Return date uncertain, don't wait, wait me back. Then massive news on short video platform. I sit sofa, hot pan ant, move back forth. Finally borrow friend 7-seat car, buy water instant noodle, also sausage chicken leg, go fire area. Friend also give pot, charge bank type. Disaster cause highway jam, I find near exit, national road to forest edge. Inside cordon off, outsider no enter stand periphery, feel air heat hot. Far thick smoke billow, far still smell choke. Some fire brigade come, also many medical staff, car no drive-in, all walk up. Watching them charge against the fire, a sense of respect quietly arose in my heart. There is no such thing as peaceful times, it's just that someone is carrying the burden for you. During the process, a few stretchers were carried out, firefighters who had fainted from heatstroke. To avoid disturbing their work, I didn't dare to approach, just unloaded the supplies I brought into the material tent. By nightfall, apart from some media friends who were kept behind, people like me, labeled as onlookers, were all driven away. Because the fire could spread at any moment, even standing on the periphery was dangerous for us. I drove back slowly, unable to help it. My mind was entirely focused on whether Yang might be in danger, and I wanted to drive slowly, to leave his location slowly, even if I couldn't see him, I knew he was not far from me. Eventually, I got home, it was already 3 a.m. But my mind was full of the scene from the fire, and Yonka's face kept flashing before me. Finally, I fell asleep in a daze and woke up at 3 p.m. Without even thinking about my growling stomach, I quickly opened a short video app to check the latest news on the fire. It still hadn't been put out, and it even seemed to be getting worse, though it was said to still be under control. After 2 anxious days, finally, on the last morning, the fire was completely extinguished. The pre-dug fire breaks had finally stopped the spread of the flames. Some scattered reports showed glimpses of the firefighters, some were from the Forest Fire Service, others were from neighboring provinces providing support. They had come from all directions and finally put out the fire serpent. Some photos circulated online, pictures of them so exhausted they fell asleep on the spot, their faces stained with sweat and dust from the heat, making them look muddy and disheveled. But in the end, they ate together with trembling hands and slept together on the ground. You are the heroes of these times. Time will pass, but your contributions will not. Because in one photo, I saw Yonka safe and sound. The weight lifted from my heart, replaced by a swelling sense of pride. That hero was my boyfriend. How amazing. It was another week before everything settled down. To prevent any remaining embers from reigniting, Yonka and his team remained on standby for another week. When I got word that they were returning to base, I rushed to the fire station, bringing some food to treat everyone and to see my boyfriend, whom I hadn't seen in nearly half a month. Yonka ate the fast food I brought, looking at me apologetically. Sorry, Yu, for making you wait so long. I shook my head with a smile. Worry was inevitable, but after it was over, there was no emptiness from the absence, only a full sense of pride. He quickly took a bite of his burger. Once I'm done with the follow-up, I'll take leave right away. Yu, would you be willing to come back to my hometown with me and meet my family? Willing, 100 times willing, 10,000 times willing. Sujun and I had grown up together, but after 13 years of knowing each other, we never made it work. Yet with Yonku, in less than 2 months, he was willing to introduce me to his family. The difference was clear. Yonku had a month of recuperation leave, and I also loaded half a car with gifts. We took turns driving to his hometown, just over 600 kilometers away, arriving that same day. Yonku has an older sister, already married with a 4-year-old child. Today we returned to Yonku's parents' home in the countryside. When we arrived, his whole family came out to greet us, including 4-year-old Nuonuo. Yonku's mother beamed and took my hand. Oh my, you must be tired from the drive, come inside and sit. Yonku's sister and brother-in-law helped carry the gifts, all labeled clearly, with something for everyone in the family. I was surrounded by Yonku's family at the front, while Yonku, carrying the things, followed at the back as if left out. Once inside, Mother Yang warmly pulled me onto the Kong. It was a bit hot, so she got me a cushion. Though we're not far apart, there's a mountain between us, so north and south differ. First time in the north, you must be unaccustomed. Not at all, Auntie. My mother's hometown is also in the north, even further north than yours. Mother Yang held my hand tightly from the moment she entered and didn't let go. She squeezed and said, "That's good, that's good." Then she looked at the gifts covering the floor. You didn't have to bring so many just for a visit. The others chimed in, saying I was too polite. Yonku sat on a stool opposite, touched his nose. Mom, let go of Yuyu's hand. Holding it the whole time isn't comfortable. Oh, look, I'm so happy I forgot. Yuyu, did I hurt you? Mother Yang let go and rubbed her fingers apologetically. I patted her hand. No, Auntie, not at all. I liked it. Auntie then reached into her pocket, pulled out a red paper envelope, and quickly slipped it into my hand. Yuyu, this is your first visit. It's a little something from me. But Yonku only told us yesterday you were coming, so I didn't have time to buy a nice cover. I just folded some paper left over from cutting window decorations for New Year. Don't mind. I looked at Yonku. He just tilted his head, signaling me to take the money. But I felt their family didn't have much, and I shouldn't accept it. Finally, Father Yang said, "Take it, girl. Yang Ke brought you home, and we give a red envelope as a sign we approve of you as our future daughter-in-law. If you don't take it, your auntie will fret." Mother Yang turned and glared at Father Yang, then looked back at me. "Take it, girl. This is the first time Yang Ke has brought a girl home in all these years. Auntie is happy." I had to accept the red envelope and thank them. Everyone chatted happily. Nuo, a little girl, stared at the toy box I bought her but obediently didn't touch it. I finally opened it and handed it to her, and she said a soft thank you. I've experienced visiting rural homes in the north before, so I wasn't uncomfortable at Yang Ke's place. Besides, the adjacent big room was like a house, with a double bed and even a bathroom inside. And why did their family still have a Kong? Yang Ke only said his parents were used to it, otherwise they would have long moved to the city to live with his sister. After being warmly hosted for 3 days, I hadn't done a single bit of work. I had originally planned to move my future in-laws with diligence, but was stopped by Yang Ke's mother at every turn. Basically, Yang Ke's father did the cooking, while Yang Ke and his brother-in-law handled the cleaning. The remaining 4 of us women just sat around eating melon seeds and chatting. One day, I went to the neighbors to use the bathroom, leaving just their family playing cards in the house. When I came back, I dawdled a bit and heard Yang Ke's sister quietly ask him at the door, "I heard that when you first met your girlfriend, it was because she was heartbroken and about to jump off a building. Later, because you talked her down, you agreed to be with her." Yang Ke just gave a faint "Then what do you think of her?" Just then, Nua opened the door, and Yang Ke saw me at the entrance. They tacitly stopped talking, and I could only smile foolishly as I entered the house. Until evening, Yang Ke and I barely spoke. Later, Yang Ke's mother told us not to just stay home resting but to go out and stroll around. So the next day, we were honorably kicked out of the house. Without any communication, Yang Ke just kept driving. I didn't sit in the passenger seat but in the back. Faced with his silence, I silently shed tears, wiping them all away when he wasn't looking. Later, I felt someone carrying me in my sleep and woke up. When I woke, I was already in a hotel. I didn't ask but checked the map, which showed we had moved further north, already in the center of another province. Finally, Yang Ke bought some food, opened it, and set it out before calling me. I shuffled over to eat and heard him say, "Yu, I wasn't talking because I was thinking about a question. Since my sister asked me that question yesterday, I've been pondering what she asked. I know you're angry, but I can't apologize blindly. I need to think about what I did wrong and then give you feedback one by one. My sister asked what I think of you. At first, I thought it was just to save you, but later I realized it wasn't. You're very understanding of my work, you don't blame me for not always being with you, you take good care of yourself, and more importantly, when I think of you, what comes to mind most is our first meeting, you crying with a face full of tears, pointing at me. I think we didn't grow to love each other over time, it was love at first sight." My tears were already falling, but I tried hard to keep my head down. Yang Ke put down his chopsticks, lifted my head with both hands, and wiped my tears with a tissue. If he hadn't wiped them, it might have been fine, but the more he wiped, the more tears seemed to fall. Yu, don't cry. I can't keep up with wiping them." Hearing this, I burst out laughing. He dried my tears and fed me bite by bite with a spoon. I kept asking him for a dish, then a drink. Finally, he asked if I was full, and I nodded happily. He didn't continue eating but picked me up in one go. We both lay on the bed, me on the bottom, him on top. He brushed aside my slightly messy hair. Yu, I'm sorry. From now on, I won't ignore you when I'm thinking. Don't be mad, okay? I nodded and pushed him. I'm not mad. Go eat first. He lowered his head a bit more. I can't eat anymore. Right now, I'd rather eat you. With that, he kissed my lips, then lifted my waist to pull me closer. We met in August, and now it's deep autumn in October. The north is much colder than the south, and static electricity crackled between us as our thick sweaters rubbed together. After the nth shock, we finally stripped down. In the north, where heating had already started, it was still a bit chilly these first few days. The air carried a hint of coolness, but our bodies were burning with passion. Looking at Yongku's full 8-pack abs, I felt I'd willingly catch a cold right then. Yongku pulled up the blanket. Though he was already sweating from our exertions, he covered me tightly. When he pressed against me again, he nibbled my earlobe and asked, "Yu, I'm about to enter. Is that okay?" Why does he still ask at this point? So I flipped over and straddled him, teasing him as I mimicked his words, "I'm about to get on top." "Is that okay?" He chuckled and patted my butt, saying, "Naughty." Then he lay back a bit, propping his arm under his head to watch me. "Come on, I'm all yours." Soon the bed creaked and groaned. Yongku held the headboard and looked up at me. "When we have a home, we'll buy a bed that doesn't squeak." I just sped up my movements in response. After a week of traveling, we returned to Yongku's hometown. After all, we only get this holiday once a year, and the Yang family rarely sees him. My parents, who were always traveling, finally remembered me and sent a video. I found an empty room to answer. My mom was probably in a tropical area, wearing a gauze dress and a straw hat. "Honey, what's going on with you and Sujun? He's been calling me, saying he's down about work and you broke up with him. He wants us to persuade you to get back together." Then my dad squeezed into the frame. "Daughter, what's really going on? You were about to get married, and now you've broken up? Your mom and I were planning to come back to China to prepare for your wedding." "Oh, Mom and Dad, don't rush, but it's definitely not what Sujun said. Let me check and call you back." After hanging up, I quickly found my best friend on WeChat. The three of us grew up together, and she's a gossip expert, she must know something. Luckily, I had blocked Sujun after that shoot and rejected all unknown calls, or he'd be bombarding my phone by now. The WeChat video connected quickly. My best friend was in pajamas with a face mask on. She peeled it off and, while continuing to apply lotion, rattled off like a machine gun, "I've been holding it in for so long, waiting for you to get the news and find me. Your intel is way too slow. Hey, you don't know, that idiot Sujun, instead of marrying you, got involved with a model. Then the model's backer found out, not only bankrupted him but also made him sell off all his equipment. Now he's broke and can't even find a place to cry." She patted the serum in her hand and kept going. "Yesterday he was crying and begging me to contact you, rambling on and on, even went to Yongku's fire station, but luckily the guard didn't let him in." "Hey, I've said so much, Xiao Yu, you've got nothing to say? Are you really with Yongku and over Sujun?" I held the phone closer. "Sujun is such a scumbag. Am I stupid enough to take him back? I can't eat someone else's leftovers." "Wow, Xiao Yu, you're getting more disgusting by the day. Just average. You handle Sujun yourself, anyway, he and I are impossible. Yongku treats me well, and we've already met each other's parents. His mom even gave me a big red envelope, 6,666 yuan. Damn, Xiao Yu, you've turned your life around. Should I start preparing to attend your wedding? Last time you were going to marry that idiot Sujun, I hadn't gotten my outfit ready, and you two broke up. Wait for my plans, but Sujun and I are 100% impossible. I won't chat anymore. My mom doesn't know about Yongku and me yet. I need to report it." After hanging up, I quickly reported to my mom, explained everything, and told them not to fall for Sujun's tricks. Then Yongku knocked on the door. I let him in, just as my mom hadn't hung up yet. My mom saw handsome Yongku and praised him, even saying she'd come back next week. It seems Yongku is more popular than Sujun. I compared carefully: appearance, Yongku wins; physique, Yongku wins; affection, Yongku wins. Plus, both Sujun and I are 26, while Yongku is only 24. Age is no contest. So swapping Soo-jun for Young-koo is really a good deal. Because my parents were truly coming back, and Young-koo felt he should make a formal visit, he came back early. He also prepared many gifts, tea, cosmetics, other supplements, and a pair of military boots. When we arrived at my place, my parents had already come downstairs to wait. I have no siblings, so it wasn't as lively as the Young family. My dad enthusiastically offered to help carry things, but Young-koo refused, saying he could handle it. Thinking about the muscles in his arms tensing from the effort, I thought, Dad, let him do it, he really can manage. My dad happily accepted all the earlier gifts until Young-koo pulled out the military boots. Then my dad was truly overjoyed. Oh, these are military boots. I didn't serve in the army when I was young, and I've regretted it my whole life. I never thought I'd get to wear military boots in my lifetime. Thank you, Young-koo. Uncle thanks you for fulfilling my dream. My mom just kept staring at Young-koo. I blocked her view. I know my boyfriend is handsome, but he's my boyfriend. Go look at your husband. Young-koo tugged at me from behind, and my mom smacked my thigh in annoyance. Then the four of us played mahjong. This is the most popular entertainment during the new year. It was hard to gather everyone today, so no way I'd let it slide. Amid the fun, my mom declared that Young-koo and I should get married soon, so we'd have a permanent card partner. Too bad she didn't know Young-koo is usually busy as a dog. We were deep into the game when the downstairs loudspeaker crackled. At first, I didn't pay attention, but then I heard my name and listened closely. Xiao Yu, you're ungrateful, you deceived my feelings. We agreed to marry, but you got together with a firefighter you barely met. Now I'm broke, and you look down on me. You're a greedy, faithless woman. I stormed downstairs, followed by Young-koo and my parents. When I got down, I saw Soo-jun slouching like a thug, hands in pockets, the speaker shaking from his shouting. I used to think he was a handsome gentleman, but now, he's worse than trash. I snatched the speaker from him, just as Young-koo arrived and stepped in front of me. Soo-jun, first, it was you who called off the wedding, you who got together with that model, not me. Second, I met Young-koo and got with him, you don't know why, do you? It's because I was heartbroken and wanted to jump off a building, and Young-koo came on duty to save me. Third, you never did me any favors, let alone talk of ingratitude. If we're talking favors, it was me who used money from editing to buy you equipment. You abandoned me when you struck it rich, and now you're broke and trying to cling to me. You'd have better luck dreaming of eating farts. A crowd gathered, pointing and whispering. Soo-jun, maybe a bit triggered, charged at me, yelling insults like bitch and gold digger. Luckily, Young-koo held him off, even having a free hand to pull me close, using his index finger to tickle my palm, signaling me to relax. My parents arrived with the police, who took Soo-jun away for causing trouble. But then he cried like a child, Yu, I was wrong, forgive me, okay? Let's get back together. I really know I was wrong, that model seduced me. I didn't even spare him a glance. He wouldn't admit his fault to the end, blaming everything on others. Calling him scum was an overestimation. I don't know how blind I was back then to fall for such a thing. After all the mess was sorted, Young-koo stayed at our place for the remaining days. A few rounds of mahjong later, I'd completely forgotten that scumbag Soo-jun. When I saw Young-koo off to return to his unit, my mom and dad each gave him a red envelope. Once in the car, Young-koo obediently handed them over. Dear wife Yu, please check and accept. I took them casually, but a bank card fell out. I looked at him questioningly. He opened the sun visor and checked himself in the mirror. A successful man must let his wife manage the wallet. This is my salary card. Spend it as you like. A bit greasy, huh? That initially aloof, domineering CEO image now seems more like a goofy guy. Young-koo, is this a proposal? Seeing I wasn't joking, he turned serious. Yu, will you marry me? Oh, are you even a straight man? Not having a ceremony for the proposal is one thing, but not even having a ring? Yet he drove straight to the fire station, and by the time they reached the training ground, several fire trucks were already lined up. There were no candles, but words made of flower petals, you, marry me. 2 of the fire trucks were even crossed, spraying water, and one of them produced a rainbow. Yongku took out a white veil from behind him, pulled a ring from his pocket, knelt on one knee, and repeated solemnly, you, marry me.